fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Right here, right here. Switch. Ready.
On first down, Darnold. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
No, 80. Hey, Echo. 26 Mike.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check. Hey, Charlie.
Now it's Darnold. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base. Let's see what you got. Check. Hey, dude. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down, Ravens.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He completes it to Henry. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 2nd and 4. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now Darnold, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Darnold now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
From the 44, Darnold, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Get off the field. Any weapons? Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Second down and goal. Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
This situation in the fourth quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Matchbox white.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Out of the gun now on third down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He completes this one to Mack. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to number 15. It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Darnold now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 7, 5.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Hey, let go.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Back. Slam. Watch safety green. Pilot, 64. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shit. Kill. Hard. No. Let's go. Blitz.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 10.
Come on, set, 50, play. Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys. Check. Fresno. Check 31, Let it go.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
95-66, pull it high. Come to my work. We want defense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from them. AFC Defensive Player of the Week just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Bravo.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Pass incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Wahoo! Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready?
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Darnold looking long for... he's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Michael Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Go! Switch it. Come on, switch it.
2nd and 4. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Yeah, baby.
Following the botched PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
X3, 218, chop. Bang. Check, lady. 26 Mike.
Faking the give, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Watch twins. Watch that.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Second and 11. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal. They'll set up to throw. Now he's forced out left. He completes it to Henry. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Browns drive about to get started, and a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Darnold fighting to stay upright. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
26. Hey, high 7. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. Good, 80. I got you, son. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. I got wide. 26 Mike.
Here's Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
26 Mike. 26 Mike.
Darnold now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Man, this is some bullshit, man.
Baltimore. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check 9, check 9.
Now it's Darnold. It's caught by OBJ. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Darnold. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. On 1st down, Darnold. He gets it to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Kamara. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Baltimore, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Hey, DZ. Hey, Ham. Hold on.